at Parkway Lanes and Hollywood Bowl. Register at lincoln.ja.org.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC. Ever felt judged at the gym?
You don't know how to use the leg curl machine? Are you serious? Is this your first day alive? No, it's okay. I love helping people during their first day on Earth.
At Planet Fitness, get energy without the judgment and join the judgment-free zone. Never intimidating, always free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Get energized today during the Big Fitness Energy Sale for $1 down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends today. See Home Club for details.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want that hometown feel when you walk in the front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have the friendliest staff who will take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds when you choose Midwest Bank. I live on the go, and now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
Be a memory for your grandchildren. Among Nebraska adults age 65 or older, 47% report current alcohol use. Drinking too much can cause harm to children, family members, and loved ones. By drinking less, you will still be around for your grandchildren. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School. Sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What up? We are here. We are back. This is Old School, the OG way. We got Derek Pearson just fresh off the road from everywhere across the country, here, there, everywhere. We need a flight tracker on DP. But we are Old School, brought to you by the Mercado Certified Piedmontese Special Ingredients, a butcher shop. You hear some announcements in the background. We are out here at Holiday Bowl for the Junior Achievement Bowl-A-Thon that's going on not only today, but I think all day tomorrow. Old School is brought to you by the Mercado Certified Piedmontese Special Ingredients Butcher Shop, 84th and Havelock, 33th Yankee Hill are the Lincoln locations. DP, welcome back, my brother.
Good to be back. Apparently, I'm on a 3-day respite, so I can rest and recover.
3 days, and then you're back on the road.
On the road Tuesday.
With that being said, we'll jump right into the Supernovas.
Let's get it.
They're on a 3-match win streak. What's changed since match 1, which we were all there, and match 2? So what's changed? Obviously, we know that they had the coaching shift, the original coach went to advisory role. Now you have a new, I guess, figurehead as head coach. That can't all be it. They've been playing better volleyball. What, in your mind, since you've called every game on the flagship station,
yes, sir.
So everybody knows, what's been the change?
Okay, so first thing, that Laura Bird-Kuhn, as the interim head coach, is the leader. Right. Understand that she was the second move of the Supernovas organization.
And the first one was?
Coach Carter.
Okay.
Right? To go and recruit the correct people.
Right.
Under the right thinking, under the right mindset.
Right.
So Coach Bird being the interim head coach isn't that far out of the play. Right.
Because she was first assistant, right?
Right.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
So with that, then what's happened is, one, they're getting to know each other.
Mm-hmm.
The players are starting to trust themselves, and
Right.
then they're trusting their teammates. Players are competing at practice. The recent addition of Hrstina Vuchkova,
Okay.
who is one of the elite middle blocks in the world.
Uh-huh.
In the world. And she has a violent right hand. Their adjustments, their ability to make changes, and Jay, you understand this.
Right.
Think of the old Huskers, the championship Huskers, that if you had two elite people at the same position, somebody has to start and somebody has to be willing to allow them to be great in front of them,
Right.
and being prepared to be great.
Yeah.
Well, their two setters
are two of the best, right?
Two of the best in the world. They've worked, they alternated, they made the change. And Natalia Valentina Anderson, Natty is kind of the go-go gadget of setters.
Right.
She's the energy bunny that makes it all go. But Sydney Hilly is the taller, more athletic of the bunch.
Right.
They do the same things, but do them differently and
right.
better, right?
Right.
So one's the grinder, one is the cerebral assassin. And last night, after starting Sydney Hilly for 2 games, moved Natalia into the starting lineup, started Natalia, won the first set, lost the second set, went back to Sydney Hilly, who came off and was a difference maker.
Right.
Like she came up, again, everybody in this thing has to, you got to serve, you got to block, you got to kill, and that's what they can do. And they're starting to trust each other.
And trust the rotation, trust the dynamics of the team.
Yep.
And I think that's, DP, when you have two great players, and they have a lot of great players, but you have two of the best, certainly in this league at one position. Yes, everybody's competitive, but I think the diving into the team concept and being very comfortable in your skin, right? So it'd be like an equivalent of having, I guess, Chicago Bulls back in the day. You had Scottie Pippen, and Tony Kukoc was man enough and confident in himself and in himself and in the Phil Jackson in the process that he was fine coming off the bench, right? And so
it's required, right?
Right. Well, that just happens. You're not going to have a good team with only one good player. You're not going to have a good team with only like one good point guard, one good setter, or one good blocker. You're going to have some depth, and sometimes you have to change and pivot mid-match or on a match-by-match basis. And you see this a lot in European soccer, the way that, or even soccer in general, right? The way you substitute, see it in every sport. Look, I've went through it. Sometimes, when you early in your career, I primarily played, first and second down. They brought in some, Terrell Farley size guys. I don't know where he's at. Obviously, I was a little bit bigger than him and Jamel Williams. They played them on the, passing downs. And then as I got actually bigger, faster, stronger, and smarter, then those type of responsibilities shifted to other younger players, and I became a little bit of the OG. And so that's just the way it goes. But, ultimately, as close as that first match was against Atlanta, and a lot of pressure being the first match ever in professional volleyball history right there in Omaha, sold out crowd pretty much. I think close to 12,000 people. A lot of pressure because it was assumptive that, Omaha would go, their Omaha Supernovas would go 24-0.
I don't think, let me make that statement.
Right.
Make a statement. Nobody in the league expects anybody to
Blow through
be
right.
Much above 500.
Right.
What they expect is, okay, so imagine the NFL with 7 teams.
7 good teams.
7
really good
perfect teams.
Yeah.
There's no scrub factor.
Right.
On any on any given night.
Right.
The person across from you is an Olympian.
Right.
Or a 15-year international vet.
Right.
All of them are, if you're American, all of them are All-Americans,
right,
national champions.
Right.
So, and to think about it, there are no Huskers on this other than GMP.
Right.
Right? That's the level and caliber of talent.
Right.
And as Coach Collier told us, and now Coach Bird reiterates, they fully expect every match to be 5 2-point sets.
Right. And it was the very first match, and actually the second match was, and the Grand Rapids one. I think they got after him a little bit, but I think ultimately what my statement was is I always call the very short-sighted thinking, right? When you're the flagship program or franchise, the first,
you're first.
You're expected just to win every game, and you have some really good players, but ultimately Atlanta is going to be, somebody to deal with down the road. But I think, what is really, really good, even though you have sometimes a coaching switch, can stymie your whole season. I think it's actually ramped up the season, and you see them starting to form a lot faster if you would be able to prognosticate based on what happened before. So,
well, here's what is interesting. So Atlanta went on the roll, right? It came in, got the first big win against Omaha. Folks kind of whispered, right? Then they go knock off Orlando and San Diego, but then they face a Grand Rapids team that gets them.
Right. Styles make fights.
And Vegas then went and got and Omaha, when we got to Grand Rapids, they were undefeated.
Yeah. And sitting at home.
Yeah. And in their first home night in front of a great crowd, Omaha the Supernovas walked in the building and just balled out.
Yeah.
So the league is going to be, and here's the whisper. The whisper is that Orlando and San Diego may be teams 1A and 1B anyway.
Yeah.
Right? Kerry Walsh Jennings out there in San Diego leading this franchise. Again, that's an elite name in American volleyball, women's volleyball. To watch it, it's almost like it's almost more than NBA, NFL. It's more like the NBA. If the NBA only had 7 teams,
right?
Just imagine what LeBron would have to face every night. What Steph Curry would have, right?
Yeah, you wouldn't have to worry about super teams. They would be magnificent teams because the depth of great players, good to great players, and great to phenomenal players would be on display night in, night out. And that's same with the NFL. If you I wouldn't say dummy down the league, but if you definitely condense the team, the franchises, which then also would condense and eliminate some of the bad coaching staffs, right? And also bad bad front offices. So, it's going to be interesting to see how the season goes. I think they're on a good win streak, and they've earned them all. So that's even better to where, one thing we've always said that they've had to play different ways. You know what I mean, DP, in the sense of, one way they play a certain style, one way they play another, and next thing you know, it's all, good in the win column. So
it's the interesting. Here's what we'll do as well. So, and I'm gonna make this simple. I'm gonna give away 3 pairs of tickets to the first listeners. They play Sunday at 5 in Omaha, CHI Health Center. For the first 3 people who text in their name, phone number, email, and just say, "Give me a pair."
Right.
And I will let you, because I want people to start to experience how good this is. Like, look, I had a better time calling last night's game in a sold out capacity crowd in Las Vegas. And Jay, you know how Vegas gets down.
Right. Yeah.
They threw a party last night, and Omaha was like, "Hey, Vegas,
thank you for
inviting me to your party. We appreciate the good food and the good beverage.
Right.
We're gonna take the applause and go on and get on out of here."
Yeah.
So we want people to actually experience this. So over the course of we'll get Jay Foreman's trivia.
Right.
We'll give away a 4-pack. And again, don't go for the 2 if you want the 4.
Right.
Because we're gonna give away 3 4-packs today, and then we'll give away 3 pairs.
Okay.
On top of that. So the first 3 people who just simply, I need your name, number, email, and say I want a pair. And then if you need 4, let us know. We're also at the Bowl-A-Thon. I told Tony Roop, president of Junior Achievement Lincoln, that for the first people in here that throw back-to-back strikes, we're giving them tickets to see the Supernovas too.
There it is, man. I just think that for everybody listening, obviously I don't have volleyball in my background, right? But I went up the first night. I mean, I was more than impressed. It exceeded my expectations. Let alone the presentation. Obviously, CHI does a really good job. It doesn't really do a really good job. It does a great job. Then let alone the pace of play, the volleyball was phenomenal. And so if you have a chance to go, and it's, one, to go and have to pay for it yourself, but if you all you have to do is send in your name, email, and phone number to have a chance to take your family to a great atmosphere, right? And in this day and times when, we were just in the Super Bowl, DP, where, the average ticket was $6,000 to go to, Caitlin Clark just broke the record last night where the average basic ticket was $350, I think, or something like that. When you can go up and see professional volleyball and high-level volleyball for free just by sending in your name, email, and phone numbers is a pretty phenomenal deal, let alone also it's President's Day on Monday. And so the kids get to stay up a little bit later on Sunday. So it's all around good opportunity. We're out here at the Junior Achievement Bowl-A-Thon that's going to be going on, I think, for the next 2 days, pretty much majority of the next two days. Junior Achievement does a lot of really good things in the community. Obviously helps the youngins get started with financial literacy and learning about the ins and outs of the things that maybe plague people that are obviously older than them. And so it's a great time. It's cool to see a lot
How
of
are you, young man?
young kids around here.
What's your name? What's your name? Daniel. Daniel, how old are you? How old are you? How old are you? You're 12. Where do you go to school? Scott Middle School? You an athlete? You play ball? You play sports? Not yet. Do you bowl? You bowl? Okay. Are you bowling now? Or what are you doing? Okay, so do me a favor. Once you get your score, come back and let me know how you did. All right? Shout out. Well done.
we had Daniel drop in on us, man. He's been kind of hovering around wanting to come check us out over here. It's good. He's from Scott Middle School, so he's doesn't play any sports, but he bowls. So sometimes that's even better because you can do that the rest of your life. And so we had Terrell Farley coming. You had 2 strikes. You had 2 back. You did good.
I'm gonna need confirmation, sir. I'm gonna need confirmation, sir.
What lane are you on? What lane are you on?
I'm right there with AD, and SS at the bottom. There's 2 strikes right there.
AD, Aaron Davis ain't here.
I'm bowling all of them.
He's bowling for all of them.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's gonna carry it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get confirmation. We're gonna have to go to a break. Ben, we're gonna go to break. Come back, get a little bit longer second segment. We'll talk about a little NBA action because it's NBA All-Star break. Some decisions need to be made on some career paths out at Golden State, maybe the Lakers, maybe the Suns, so forth and so on. So it's Jay Foreman, DP, Old School. We'll be right back.
DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Load up on meat and more this winter at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's specials through February 20th are fresh cut ribeye for just $17.99 per pound and buy 2, get 1 free on Montoya potato gnocchi. And don't forget about lunch on Fired Up Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Locations at 84th and Havelock and 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
School taught you all about the 4 seasons, spring, summer, and so on. And then there's the way we really tell what time of year it is in sports seasons. Football season, baseball season, or off season. But what's the chocolate season? Well, it's now. And now, and now, and always. Whether you're looking for a caffeinated pick-me-up on the way to work, a little snack on the way home, or you need the perfect gift that's sure to be appreciated, it's time for the chocolate season. 40th and Old Cheney, or order ahead at thechocolatseason.com.
If your home heating system is making strange noises or just doesn't work like it should, call your friends at Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. Sign up for Bryant's exclusive ESP service protection plan. You'll get twice annual complete and thorough service on all brands, and you'll never pay overtime charges on evenings, weekends, or holidays. Schedule your heating check today and ask about Bryant's ESP plan to save money. Call 467-1111 or go to BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
Ever feel judged at the gym?
You don't know how to use the leg curl machine? Are you serious? This is your first day alive? No, it's okay. I love helping people during their first day on Earth.
At Planet Fitness, get energy without the judgment and join the judgment-free zone. Never intimidating, always free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Get energized today during the Big Fitness Energy Sale for $1 down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends today. See Home Club for details.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started. Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Are you in the market for a new garage door or need to repair your old one? It's wintertime, and that means snow, wind, and freezing temperatures, all things that can cause sticky locks and damage to your garage door. If you're experiencing any issues with your commercial or residential garage door during the winter months, call Cameron Hall and his team at Doors Plus. Don't be trapped outside in the cold because of a poorly maintained garage door. Call Doors Plus today at 402-590-5800 or visit them online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
A smoke-free environment is the only way to fully protect from the dangers of secondhand smoke. That's why smoke-free policies are so important to me. Whether it's in my car, apartment building, or when I'm dining outdoors, there's no place for secondhand smoke or e-cigarette aerosol. Breathe easier knowing the facts. Visit smokefree.ne.gov. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back, Jay Foreman, DP. Old school. We are live out here at Hollywood Bowl, about 48th and Normal. We are out here till 6.
This one's Parkway.
Or Parkway, excuse me. And then we're at 6:30 is Holiday Bowl from 6:30 to 8:30, 9 o'clock. The second half of Junior Achievement Bowl-A-Thon. But before we went to break, DP, I wanted to talk to you about some NBA news. Obviously, it was definitely wasn't just on the ticker, but it was definitely big news that Klay Thompson had been relegated to the bench last night for the first time, essentially in his career. One of the probably top 4 or 5 shooters ever to step foot on an NBA floor, 4-time NBA champion, obviously first ballot Hall of Famer, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, was essentially demoted. And, for him, he has he's in a tricky part of his career, right? He's still a very effective scorer and shooter. Now you're not on, I wouldn't say good footing, not because he's not a bad off the court guy, but you don't know your role. I think that has affected his play on the floor. But sometimes when you poke the bear and you question somebody's, manhood or, careerhood, I guess if you want to call it, they respond accordingly. And I always tell players, if you want to, rather than pout or be mad, and you have every right to be mad, right? It goes without saying to say Klay Thompson has earned the right to decide when and if he ever wants to go to the bench. No different than Draymond, no different than Steph. I would put Klay above Draymond, right? Just because of what he's been able to do on the offensive end and the defensive end. But he responded and let Steve Kerr, have a night sleeping with egg on his face with a 35-point barrage and probably his most complete game of the year. Now, people that are going to go and say, oh, well, Steve Kerr did it for the betterment of him and this is what he expected, probably not. But ultimately, Klay Thompson responded as only a champion would. But as we go into All-Star break, which essentially starts tonight, he has a lot of discussions he needs to have probably with his dad, who does, play-by-play with the Lakers and obviously a great player in his own right, his family, and his agent, more importantly, what he should do moving forward. In your opinion with Klay, who I still view as a starter in this league, right? Maybe obviously not the same player that's going to score 50-some points and only have 11 dribbles, so forth and so on. Still effective starter just because of the experience. If you're his agent DP, Derek Pearson, how are you advising Klay to work through? Do you just – because he'll have the option to end his career with Golden State, or do you want to go somewhere else and continue along this journey of playing championship-level basketball?
I will say that, first of all, I don't think that there are 4 other better players on this team than Klay Thompson.
I agree 1,000%.
I also would not bank or invest on the rest of the roster over Klay Thompson.
I agree with that 1,000%.
Anything that you're going to accomplish or that you're trying to accomplish, it has to be done. Yeah, this year has to be done with consideration of Klay Thompson.
Yeah.
Now, if you're telling me that they had a conversation, that Steve Kerr and Klay Thompson had a conversation and said, hey, I think coming off the benches will help us. Will help us. Maybe what he's saying, it may have been Klay saying that.
Negative. It was a one-sided conversation. It was just showing him the respect. This is what I'm going to do so you're not caught by surprise.
This is how things go really wrong in a real quick hurry.
Right.
How you treat your star players also shows up in how you treat everybody else.
Right.
And if you're everybody on the Golden State roster or anybody that's considering coming to Golden State,
right,
you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, they did Klay like that.
You're not loyal to Klay.
Yeah, because I'm loyal to Klay because you're a player.
Like, Klay's a good dude.
Right.
We're not talking about – listen, you're more – here's the real part, and they were talking about it in Vegas, as a matter of fact, that they're more loyal to Draymond than they are to Klay.
Right. And see, I'm glad you came up with that point because I was thinking it, and obviously, we're on the same path. That's where you see, I don't necessarily think a coach's decision. Players always have to deal with coach's decision. I mean, you've had managers pull guys in the World Series that are, playing well. We had to talk about analytics and all this other stuff in reference to the Super Bowl, where Snell for Tampa was mowing them down, but he was going to have to face them. So Mookie Betts and them, for the third time. So those are like coaching decisions. Yeah. And you know what? Those are just coaching decisions. Sometimes you make the right ones. Sometimes you make the wrong ones. And that's what you can deal with as a player. I might have to not agree with it. You can deal with it. Okay, I see what you're doing. Okay, you made the decision. I don't agree with it, but it's a coaching decision.
Yeah.
But when I call it a personality or personnel decision, and it's all about everybody takes score. So, right, everybody thinks taking score is just points, rebounds. Everybody takes score. How you treat Draymond, what you let Draymond get away with, what Klay gets away with as far as what he's doing on the court, right? Because even though to go along with Draymond and some of his outbursts has been suspect at best play.
That part.
For 2.5 years, right? And let alone this, take it even a step further, DP, thinking about when they lost to Cleveland. And way back in the day in the NBA Finals, what was the big reason? Who didn't play in one game? Was Draymond. So all that type of stuff builds up to the point that now you're trying to say to Klay, well, you've been struggling for a year, or just say on and up and down. Now all of a sudden you got to go on the bench. Well, part of that has to do with Draymond not playing, because who's the ultimate floor spacer at the point forward?
Yeah,
Draymond.
Yeah.
Who's the Splash Brothers? Klay and Steph Curry. Who needs more spacing?
But this is
Klay.
the real thing for me. I'm waiting for Steph to speak up.
Well, he never has.
Well, but here's the thing. I know that he hasn't. But again, if you're going to ask somebody, you're in that apex point of your career, that your voice for the franchise, for the city, for the Bay.
Well, because you can leapfrog the head coach. I can go right to the guy that pays the check.
Right.
Yeah.
Like what I need to hear is from Steph. Hey man, what's up? Like that's what I really need to hear. We haven't heard from Draymond. We haven't heard from Clay.
Well, Clay spoke after the game.
Well, he
spoke on the floor.
Right.
So Clay's done talking.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm also not thinking that they can't get it right.
No, I mean they
can get it right.
But they've shown an uptick in play even before this decision was made.
They can get right.
The problem with we got the score update. What we got, man? What'd you bowl?
Yes, sir. There we go.
Yeah.
Tell your dad we said thank you. Thank you. Every morning
I like
on the
that.
way to school. Well done.
We got an early break.
So you're a breaker.
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you know who Jake Sorensen is? He's over there. You see the dude with the glasses with the big head?
So straight at okay. So they're looking at his phone. You got glasses on, blonde hair.
Yeah, that's Jake Sorensen.
That's Jake. Go say hi.
Yeah, with the glasses.
There. Yeah, talking to the lady.
Yeah, bald. Yes, you know it. Yeah, a little thin on top. But DP, back to the Golden State Warriors. I think it's huge. Just like you said, is that and I'll take it a step further. It's just like when Jordan was playing. You never heard his voice, right? I mean, I always feel like you don't have to say something every time, but there's sometimes when you say it just out of pure respect for Clay. Because I will tell you this, Steph Curry has surpassed Larry Bird in my mind as the best shooter of all time. Okay. I think so. Now, I think the game's different. Larry Bird would be, killing it right now.
Yeah.
Okay. But where Steph is right now, he doesn't get there without Clay.
Right.
You know what I mean? They came up through it together.
Right.
They were there through some lean times. And let's not forget, Clay was playing before Steph in a bigger role because he was bigger.
And I also say this. What we know about Golden State, I mean, this is an organization that had, I don't know, Kevin Durant.
Well, see, that's what I would say. That's where I was going to go. That's where I was going to go next. Speaking up for Kevin Durant, I can understand that because he's a guy that came after they lost 3-1 to you, or you won 3-1, and they were up 3-1, and he's kind of coming in trying to gain championships off of what you guys, because Golden State would have won without Kevin Durant, right? It would have been harder, but you wouldn't have been up there. I just think that not speaking up for an original Golden State Warrior is more of a detriment. And I don't, and I'm talking about, don't even say it privately.
Yeah.
I'm talking about say it privately and stand up on the table, because Clay can still play.
Yeah.
He's already shown you can still play.
You last night he can still play.
Right. So there is no thing. It's not like he's out there like Wes Unseld and running up and dragging his leg and all that. I'm going to say disappointed. I'm very surprised.
All of it is kind of offsetting that you did that to Klay Thompson. In a league of, there are very few Klay Thompsons.
Look, I'll even take it a step further. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Are you winning a world championship this year? Here, I'm asking a question.
No.
I'm asking a question.
Well,
is that move going to put you over the top to surpass the Clippers, the Lakers, the Suns, the Jazz, and definitely the defending champion Denver Nuggets, and I'm sure I'm missing somebody else.
If it shakes you out of the doldrums that you're in,
right?
That's as dangerous a team in the West as we can imagine.
Right.
Because we've seen the babyface assassin. We know what the babyface assassin is capable of doing.
Right.
We understand that if Draymond got the bug again, right? Draymond gets the bug again, and Steph Curry starts cooking.
Yeah, well, he's been cooking though.
Well, but I mean,
he's had 43 in last 3 games.
We're talking about that in the evolution of the Golden State Warriors.
Right.
No team in the West wants to face Golden State.
In theory, in reality, I think people are more comfortable with it right now. The fact that and I'm going to take the other stance.
Okay.
The fact that you did this lets me know you have chink in your armor.
Yeah. Oh, this is a big deal.
Because that lets me know because here's what made Golden State so much better than people when they were either winning world championships or continue to add talent and then come back and win in that fourth one. You want to know what it was?
Yeah.
Their decision-making from the top, medium, and the bottom is head coaching and all that.
They were like an HBCU band. One band, one sound.
Right.
And
now,
now
it's done. So now, to be honest with you,
now Nick Cage the drummer.
Right.
And he done broke up.
Right. And you got Chris Brown out there dancing too much. So that right there, DP, to take the other side is that now they have shown chink in their armor in decision making, because that's why I asked you. Make a decision with a Hall of Fame player this isn't Shaq when Shaq was in Cleveland. This isn't Shaq in Boston.
This is still Shaq in Los Angeles.
Right. At the end.
Right.
This is still Shaq in his first couple years in Miami.
Yeah.
So here's what with that being said, that's why I asked. Only make these decisions with these type of players if you're going to trade them, and it seems like they're reluctant to do that because they can't get anything for him because he's going to be a free agent in 27 games or 26 games, and obviously whenever the playoffs. And then on the other thing, does this play, if you just kept the same team, does it provide you that extra hump to get to the world championship? Both of them say no.
I would say this. I trust Klay Thompson more than I trust anybody else in the NBA.
Me too. I'm 1,000% with you.
I trust him. I don't like this.
Well, it doesn't look good.
Yeah, I just don't.
Here's why it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
He came off the bench and he had 35 points.
Which means why didn't you manage him before?
Right.
Like you could have had conversations with him before.
Right.
And the fact that you didn't or couldn't or wouldn't, whatever those things are.
And was your management keeping too much reins on him so he couldn't get off like he did last night?
He showed off.
Right,
so hey, we have 3 winners.
3 winners.
And then
we gotta come up with a trivia question?
You have to come up with a trivia question for the next break. That will give away 4 tickets. 4 tickets.
4 tickets, the easiest trivia question ever.
Yep. So get your typing fingers ready. Foreman's Trivia is coming up. 4 tickets for Sunday's Supernovas game in Omaha. As a matter of fact, we'll give it to the first 2.
Okay.
The first 2 people to
All right,
answer. That way, everybody's got a shot. So
right.
for the 3 winners, I will email you tickets as soon as we get on break, and then Jay Foreman will come up with his trivia in the next bit.
There you go. We're going to take a break, come right back. Jay Foreman's Trivia, 2 winners. Jay Foreman DP live out here at the Junior Achievement Bowl-A-Thon. We'll be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and Jay on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Alcohol has strained our relationship. Drinking too much can cause harm to friends, family members, and loved ones. By drinking less, we will save our relationship. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, Our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Junior Achievement at Lincoln inspires and prepares today's young dreamers to be tomorrow's goal breakers, leaders, and things we haven't even imagined yet. Help more kids while having a great time at the JA Bowl-A-Thon. Sign your team up and raise money to ensure the educational programs focused on financial literacy, career readiness, and entrepreneurship are always free to thousands of students. The JA Bowl-A-Thon is February 16th and 17th at Parkway Lanes and Hollywood Bowl. Register at lincoln.ja.org.
School taught you all about the four seasons, spring, summer, and so on. And then there's the way we really tell what time of year it is in sports seasons. Football season, baseball season, or off season. But what's the chocolate season? Well, it's now. And now, and now, and always. Whether you're looking for a caffeinated pick-me-up on the way to work, a little snack on the way home, or you need the perfect gift that's sure to be appreciated, it's time for the chocolate season. 40th and Old Cheney, or order ahead at thechocolateseason.com.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started. Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at MidwestBank.com. Member FDIC.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
We're speaking to Husker baseball assistant Lance Harvell.
Seemed like there's a pretty heavy focus on the JUCO ranks this offseason. What went into the decision behind that approach?
There's something about junior college baseball. You know, if you've been through it, you know that life and what it's about. You number one, you got to have passion to play baseball. You gotta grind. Those guys are tough. They're playing double headers, every time out. So you know kind of what you're getting.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Well, we are back. We're getting updates here from Terrell Farley. Rashawn Jackson is in the building. Jake Sorensen is in the building. AD is in the building. And everybody's lying about their bowling scores. I mean,
100%.
The great thing about it is everybody's competitive, and it's for a good cause out here. We are out here at Parkway Lanes, 40th and Normal, for the Junior Achievement Bowl-A-Thon. All the way until 6, and then 6:30 at Hollywood Bowl. It goes to, I think, 9 o'clock. It's the second half of the Junior Achievement Bowl-A-Thon. And then on Saturday, from, I think, approximately, 10 to 10 p.m. or something like that, DP, for 12 straight hours, again, Junior Achievement Bowl-A-Thon. It's great. Come out and support. You can walk up, get you a team, get in. A bunch of young stallions and people and parents and good family atmosphere that's supporting Junior Achievement is great because of what they do, right? They try to teach kids early and often about financial literacy and all the other things that have to do with getting a head start on business. And I will say this: there's a lot of people out here in this world that have benefit of what I call table talk, right? Where you're at the dinner table, successful parents or families, and you just learn the business without having to go to school. So that's what Junior Achievement is, one of the things they're able to do.
I'm a JA kid myself.
Right. I mean, it's great just because of, to be honest with you, for kids that, African American or just any kid, right? It doesn't matter if you're African American or anything like that, where you're able to, or not, privy to a lot of these conversations or situations, not know about it. Look, there's adults that don't. The funny story is, DP, I was in Buffalo, and I remember I had in our draft class, Bobby Boucher, or I call Bobby Collins. I used to call him Bobby Boucher.
Oh.
Is that from when he grew up, everything they did was in cash.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
Yep.
Pay rent, lights, cable. Everything was in cash. Now, granted, back then that was just the very beginning. I don't even think I had a credit card, but you have a debit card, so forth and so on. But the big thing for him was getting a checking account. And so you got to think that was back in, I think Bobby came to Buffalo in maybe 99, 2000. So not too far away when you think of, financial literacy with Junior Achievement. He wasn't able, obviously, to have something like that from where he was in Alabama. So anyways, it's great to be out here. We're live out here. And, we talked, extensively about the NBA, the trade deadline. There had been talks about LeBron possibly, I think the Golden State Warriors kind of, shook the trees a little bit. What it would take to get LeBron. I think that was more just of looking at it. Now we have Rashawn Jackson coming over here, casing out the joint, saying, "What'd you have? How many strikes you have?" Nice spare, baby. Nice spare. Yeah. See, VJ, we're talking.
We
about,
believe that. I believe that.
I believe that. See, Farley bowled twice, came over 2 strikes. See, then every time I seen him, no strikes have been seen. Yeah. So, see, right. You see, and I like that VJ came over and said, got a couple nice, the nice spare. I think that people, that like bowling, is just as good as a strike. And so, but anyways, a lot going on in the sports world.
We can do the trivia.
Okay, we got
now.
the
Did you get the tickets? So you should have gotten like 12 tickets in your email.
I have to look.
Check your email.
Yeah.
Check your email.
So how many are we giving away?
We can give away. You should have 3 sets of 4.
So I got 3 sets of 4. So the first set of 4, right, that I'm giving away.
Yep.
This is in. I guess I'll give away 2 sets of 4.
There we go.
2 sets of 4.
That'll work.
The first 2 people. Now this is easy, and I don't have the text line on here, so you get the first 2 people that can send in or text in your name, email, right, and phone number to the ticket.
Yep.
And here's the trivia question. This is easy.
Yep.
I need to the yard. How many yards did the Patrick Mahomes pass for in the Super Bowl?
How many yards?
How many yards? It can't be around. You have to get it.
Yeah.
How many yards did Patrick Mahomes pass for in the Super Bowl? That is the trivia question. The first 2 people that send in your name, email, and phone number will have 2 sets of 4 tickets to Sunday's match in Omaha, Supernovas. The first was it start at 5 o'clock?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock, first serve. So that's it. I look, when we were at 48th and O Street, I was told that my trivia questions are too hard. That's the easiest one I could get. You could just literally get in the box score and then find out. And so you got to get it right.
Easy for them, right?
You got to get it right, the first 2, and then we'll do a third one, or at least for me, a third one before we get off air here, which would be about 5:55 is when we're going to get it. So we're going to have that next trivia question in about 40 minutes. So if you didn't get it the first time,
and Daniel's dad is here somewhere. He didn't come up and say hi. He sent his son, so he's on the text line.
Okay. All right. Well,
come say hi, Dad. What are you doing?
He's an early breaker, so we got to get him to be we got to get him be an old school guy too.
So Doug, William, your tickets are in your email, please check and make sure. So William, Doug, and Roger, your tickets should be in your email right now. And if you don't get them, just let us know. What's the let's see if anybody got
my question. I think I asked it at approximately 450.
Somewhere in there. Somewhere in a number, right?
Well, 4:50 p.m.
Okay.
So whoever is anybody after that?
No, they're dilly-dallying, bro.
Oh, well, that's too bad.
Four tickets to see. Look, it's.
We could even be the first three people that send in name, email, phone number. You have three sets. So three people. You'll have a set of four.
Yep.
So the first three people, that's the trivia question. We only have to do number two since you guys are slacking.
There we go. Gus said 333.
Yeah, he got it. So what's his name?
So Gus hits. That's one.
Okay.
Gus is in. Okay. All right.
We got one, so we got two left. Thank you, Gus. Easy enough. About to send these over to you, Gus.
Bryce
See how I
Peterson.
can do this.
Bryce Peterson is two. And Babalu. There it is. Babalu knocks it. So there's your three. They all knocked it out. There you go. Those are the three.
Okay.
Those are the three. Well done. All
There
the
we
way
go.
around.
So we're going to go to
Yeah,
a break.
we go to
and
break.
we got three. I'm going to work on trying to transfer these tickets here.
There we go. Yeah. I had to do it during the break.
Yeah, so we're gonna see how well I do this. Jay Foreman, DP. We'll be right back.
Yep.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we have some really big savings for you right now. Our new crossover sale is underway. New Terrains, Equinoxes, and Trailblazers starting at $23,290. That's right, $23,290. Also, we've continued our huge Sierra and Silverado truck sale with over $10,000 off new pickups. You heard right, over $10,000 off list. Koppel truly has a small town feel with big city deals. We're right down 144th Street or at koppelcars.com. Stock numbers G260980 and C119824.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Alcohol has strained our relationship. Drinking too much can cause harm to friends, family members, and loved ones. By drinking less, we will save our relationship. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-2840.
The Omaha Supernovas are back in action this Sunday, February 18th versus the Orlando Valkyries at the CHI Health Center in Omaha. The Mullen Motors pregame show with Derek Pearson and Renee Saunders starts at 7 p.m. with first serve at 8. Make sure to tune in to the next Ag Appraisal and Realty postgame show right after the match ends. Catch all the action on your flagship station, 93.7 The Ticket, and statewide on the Supernovas Radio Network. Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, a chance of snow this morning, then mainly cloudy and breezy. We'll see an afternoon high around 33. Tonight, decreasing cloud cover, but it will be cold. See a low around 18. And tomorrow, sunny skies return. See a high around 40. Meteorologist Kyle Flecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back. Jay Foreman, DP. We are Old School, brought to you by the Mercado, Certified Piedmontese, Special Ingredients and Butcher Shop. 2 Lincoln locations, 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill. We are live out here at the Junior Achievement Bowl-A-Thon, about 48th and Normal. And it's a great event out here. It's packed out here. We got, obviously, everybody selling wolf tickets on how well they're bowling and well they're not bowling, but that's the way it should be, especially when you have former Huskers and the competitive juices going. Now do we have some scores coming in?
No, what? So if folks want to donate.
Oh, okay.
Right. So it's jalincoln.org.
Okay.
And just hit the donate now button.
I got you.
So if you can't make it, if you don't have a group that wants to bowl.
Right.
Right. If you want to bowl, just reach out.
Right.
Because they can set it up.
You can set it up and
you
you
and
get
your
in
buddies.
tomorrow too.
Yep. If you want to get your folks in, you can. But if you just and let me explain it to you. Junior Achievement, I'm not in Lincoln doing radio without Junior Achievement.
Right.
Like those are folks that found me, identified me at an early age, taught me certain things that I was never going to find out any other way.
Right.
And to give me business exposure and the idea that, you know what, those ideas in your head are worth pursuing.
Right.
And to show you how to do it. Not only just tell you, hey, young man, dream, but to show you how.
Right.
And then to give you support and to make it okay. And I can tell you, it has the word system. So if you get a chance, again, jalincoln.org.
Right.
You can donate now, or you can simply come down. They've also got a Venmo. It's
Right.
I believe it's JA Lincoln 2, Junior Achievement 2. If you want to go on Venmo and just donate, and I'm just going to tell you, I would appreciate it. It's a grateful statement for you to make donations to Junior Achievement.
Yeah, any amount is obviously appreciated. And then also, if you're able to, on a Saturday, look, there's no more football games, and you can get out here as early as 10 a.m. And get on their website as well, and you'll be able to find out where you can go and sign up. Just your mere presence of getting 4 or 5 guys together or gals and coming out and bring your family, your kids, and you're bowling. One thing about it, I like it. DP, former foundation used to do a lot of bowl-a-thons. Is that it's quick and cheerful. And all right, now we got to update.
How'd you do,
man.
Daniel? How'd you do?
Yeah.
93.
Man,
That's okay.
My man said
it's a good start, right?
Listen, you can beat a lot of former Huskers with a 93.
You did pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I like that.
We'll be here waiting.
Goal setting
we'll be here waiting.
Yeah, man. I think it's great. And I think anything you can do out here to support the youth, and Junior Achievement does a lot of great things in the community. It shows here by the support, right? And it's going to be going on essentially for all day, all night tonight, and majority of the day tomorrow. So it's great for the ticket to be out here supporting, and we got a lot of our ticket, talent and people that work at the ticket out here supporting it. And if it wasn't a good event, a good foundation, a good business, we definitely wouldn't be out here. But DP, I want to ask you this, man. It's something that I think is, I think, in sports and especially football, there's a lot of trends, right? And, the trend in the NFL before the last season was the running backs don't need to get paid. Obviously, Christian McCaffrey and Pacheco has obviously changed that, right?
Yep.
Now you start to see the trend in college football, and it trickles into NFL football as well, whereas you have Chip Kelly, right? Walks away from a head coaching job at UCLA and a lot of money, going to be an offensive coordinator. You have the old Boston college coach, Jeff Haley, decided to go and be a coordinator in the NFL, right? Essentially, in all practical purposes, a step down. And then you have Bill O'Brien, who by all means, I would say, struggled as an offensive coordinator at the New England Patriots, take the BC job, willing to take control of that. Do you think it's a trend moving forward where you see a lot of head coaches saying, you know what, I don't want to be a head coach no more. It's a little bit easier. They have to recruit, but DP, to be honest with you, how much are they really recruiting with the transfer portal? Because they know the turnover is going to be so it readily, or it's going to happen so readily. So essentially, they only have to recruit as needed. Do you think this is a trend, or do you think this is what you'll see a lot of coaches do it? And if it's coaches that do it more often, is that more on the coach or more in the circumstances of the way college football is set up, that you have to essentially work 365? You got to recruit 365. You got to coach 365.
This is what's interesting about that. That this is exactly what the coaches ask of the young people. Right? Literally
I knew
say,
you were going to go
right, that if you want to be elite, you want to be, first round, right? First
you got to
round
work
pick,
day in, day out.
You
The
want
process,
right?
The process. Yeah.
Hey man, listen, that championships are won when people don't see you.
Right.
Work,
yeah.
right. All of that stuff, and then when the coach get asked, hey, you got to work all the time. Man, I'm tired. I don't want to work all the time.
These rules. They say about NIL, right?
Trying to do.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, bro. You've been preaching.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay Foreman, you want to be in NFL? You want to be like your dad?
Yeah.
You know what you got to do? You got to work harder than your dad did.
Yeah.
Like you got to work harder than you think your dad did.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You got to work harder. Not only
you got to overcome obstacles that necessarily aren't even there.
And friction is gonna happen, but bro,
Right.
you got to be tougher than that. It's got to mean everything to you. It's got to mean everything.
Yeah, you got to do better.
Yeah, except comfort provides softness.
Yeah.
Comfort, access, living in abundance creates a lack of friction. And then you get comfortable with a lack of friction.
Then it becomes a way of life.
Then it becomes how you
Yeah.
get down. And it's easy for you to tell other people to hustle because You've hustled to success.
Right.
But you're not being honest with them.
Right.
And Chip Kelly wasn't honest with the people he's been around.
Right.
Because he told them, hey, come with me here. I got you.
Right.
He sought that job out. He stalked it.
Because wasn't he at San Francisco as the offense coordinator?
He stalked that job.
Right.
Got the job, and then, oh my goodness. So he's the dude at the club. Like he left one at home.
Yeah.
Get to the club, walked out, grabbed one.
We got an update. We got
Deshaun Jackson up here.
Go.
See,
Every time I get a strike,
yeah.
that's wrong.
Come on back. Come on back here. We need to report. We need to report.
You know it's bad with VJ over here flexing.
Like he really went. He really went in.
Like he had a pancake. Like, bro, we on the radio.
Like he just hit. Like he actually caught a pass.
The two delay flat. Two delay flat.
Yeah, no, it's all funny to me that he's the dude at the club. He left somebody like he one foot out the door with the one at home.
Right.
Goes to the club. He finds like, hey,
yeah,
this will at least get my mind off of it, right? I'll have something to do.
Right.
Gets it. Walking out in the parking lot, and then old girl pull up, screech.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
I'll call you tomorrow.
My bad. Like, and you know that dude in your posse?
No, he wouldn't be in there no more. No, we can't have them dudes in there, man. There's some dudes I play with that we call that softness, man. He got chump sauce. You know, but all honesty, DP. Here's the thing about like Chip Kelly, right?
Yeah.
And I will say this before we start going. This isn't a bash Chip Kelly. I do think he's
just an example of
just the way it is. But
yeah.
I here's what I do say. I do know this for a fact. There are things that are holding any coach back. Now, maybe it might be different with Deshaun Foster at UCLA that does make the work in everything that you thought you were doing or wanted to do harder. You know what I mean? Lack of support, lack of financial support, lack of support within the athletic department, all that type of stuff. 'Cause let's face it, it's always going to be a basketball school, at least as it is right now.
Right.
So I do understand that. Now, the one thing I would say for Chip Kelly is I remember when you were down, I think in like Nevada or something, where you first kind of like burst on the scene. I don't know where you was, from some small school. And guess where you went for your first big time job that didn't know how to be a football program? Oregon. Mm-hmm. And now you would think that might resurrect the juices to do it again in this climate, going into the Big Ten, where you could actually walk into your AD's office after year one, knowing that you're going to get an uptick in financial support through the big.
He's on a roll.
Listen,
we're going to call him Butter because he's on a roll.
VJ has got his swagger back. But, you know, the thing is, I think, you know, there's an old saying that my grandma used to say, how soon they forget. You know, there was a time where Chip Kelly was probably driving in his car, a rental, to recruits off. Now, that's not saying that you shouldn't, you know, progress into things, but I find it hard that you're going into the Big Ten. And now I will say this.
Here we.
What?
Oh, they're pushing push-ups now. So you know, Deshaun Jackson. Look at him.
Farley. Farley's up out of there. Farley said, "Listen, no, he's up out of there."
He hit him with the deuces. Look at you, Farley. You're hilarious. That is hilarious.
You came over here like Winnie the Pooh smelling that honey. That pizza do smell good, don't it? But the thing is that DP, the one thing I will always say is that, you know, some of it for this to happen this late, it's not all on Chip Kelly.
Right.
It's not.
Right.
You know, and let's face it, they had put out smoke screens. You know, like when they have a new like in the Catholic, when they have like a, you know, what is it, a priest? What do they call them? You know, when they have a new one, they put the smoke out. Whatever. They put out the smoke screens that they were going to fire Chip Kelly.
Yep.
All like
they set up the gray smoke instead of the blue smoke.
Right.
Instead of the white smoke.
Right. They weren't hiding it. So now they had to keep him. So that listen, now he has no obligation to him. But here's why I would question Chip Kelly. If they were going to fire you, you could have forced them to fire you, and then you could have done it at the beginning of the offseason. Now you went through a whole recruiting cycle, both coaches and players, and decided to say, you know what, I want to take a step back and take a pay cut of all things and want to be a coordinator. Now, here's what's more important.
There's a third thing you missed.
Oh, the collateral damage.
The parents.
That's what I'm saying. That's the collateral damage.
Yeah, buddy.
So the collateral
Yes,
damage
sir.
is this. It's the kids that you had on the team. It's the kids that you recruited in the portal, not because you were still going to be there for one more year, right? It's the donors, right? It's the relationships. It's the coaches.
Yep.
It's the staff. It's the coaches' kids, wives, or whatever, family and all that. Then let alone in this day and age, which was a lot harder when we were getting recruited because you actually had to pick up the phone and hope that the other family picked up. Now you can communicate through social media like all these recruits.
Well, you on the phone.
Well, now the recruits can tell you like this dude sold me out. Yeah, and so now granted.
And there's the new thing, talking to UNLV coaches, that athletes, coaches, parents are screenshotting conversations.
Yeah.
And to have that leverage of saying, hey, Jay Foreman told me I get $50,000.
Right, yeah.
And no, he didn't. Well, here it is.
Yeah.
It's
it is a dangerous world, and maybe and granted, listen, we've seen what's happening down there in Florida. This is the second part I was going to ask you. When you're a coach, when you're down there as a head coach, and you're trusting the collective to be on the up and up, and the collective isn't supporting what you're trying to do with Coach Napier, Billy Napier, who's somewhat on the hot seat.
Yep.
Thought to be a guy, have everything tidied up, the football coach. Are you more apt to forgive a decision like this? Because UCLA is in the same situation.
Yeah.
You've seen what's happening. First of all, the collective had a guy that's on trial now, let alone got fired from it. And then we also know that they had made a $13 million promise to a recruit, which then they let him out to the out of his letter of intent. Now he's at here. He's back again. Yeah.
And another one.
This dude,
Rashawn Jackson is on a roll. Look,
but the best part about it is the strut and the flexing.
Yeah.
Is probably he's like Hulk Hogan right now.
Yeah, he flexing a JA.
Yeah,
he flexing a junior achievement Bowl-A-Thon.
Yeah, to all the kids. Here's what Rashawn's doing. He's going from I think he's in lane 10, all the way down to lane 1.
Let him know.
All the way to 24. To the kids too.
Oh, he's just gonna grab the microphone.
Right?
Next.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's only a matter of time because, first of all, he don't need a microphone.
True.
Rashawn has the voice that carries all the way from Omaha to Lincoln. So, it's as far as college football goes, it's gonna be interesting. I think until the NCAA comes in and has some sort of regulation on these collectives, you're gonna see situations like Florida and UCLA because, to be honest with you, if Florida is recruiting against it, let's just say UCF.
Mm-hmm.
You're losing out on recruits that you have no business losing out to. So as a coach, I could literally go to an athletic director or the powers that be and says, well, what you promised me, right? Now, this is how the trickle-down effect goes. You talked about screenshots. So when you do the job, I'm sure when these coaches are taking jobs, they're asking about collectives. You told me your collective was on the up and up down in Florida. Well, it ain't. Matter of fact, the last two that you had in a year is went defunct. Then you talk about the players doing it. So that's where the trickle down effect. So yes, the coaches are going to, whether it's Chip Kelly or whatever, are going to be the ones that are going to, guess, quote unquote, be put on blast. But that blast was started based on what they thought they had.
We couldn't identify those coalition folks in the lineup.
Yeah. I always say if you don't know who they are when you go to Hy-Vee, then you might not know. But that's the way it's supposed to be.
Well, but that's who's driving all of this.
Right.
You've given the keys to your car to the Uber driver who happened to be there when you needed somebody to pick up your car.
But here's I would, on the flip side of that, DP, as much as we don't know who they are, Ohio State, obviously, the collective is working real well right now.
Well, they're trying to play catch up to Michigan.
But they're playing catch up. But
Right.
they're doing it.
Right.
Versus doing it and be like, oh yeah, we were just joking with you.
Purdue is still trying to figure out what are we allowed to do? Like what is everybody else doing?
Purdue is reading the fine print. Everybody else is just Xing that out.
Purdue and Indiana and Illinois are asking Michigan, Ohio State, okay, what are y'all doing?
Right.
and not getting answers.
Right.
No, we following the rules, man. We
Yeah.
hey, just do that.
Right.
Knowing full
But
darn
see,
well
but
they
the
never
rule-
turned it over.
Right. But see, on the backside, you're following these rules with all the rules on them. I'm following the one back here on the back. This isn't a double-sided rule sheet
That I wrote in pencil.
No,
I wrote it in pencil.
You remember when they used to have the stuff
invisible ink?
Invisible ink. That's what it is.
That's That's the next thing that that there's a university on the East Coast who had one of their coalition folks were involved in Snapchat. Snapchat money.
Like in the ownership.
Yeah. And imagine that they're doing their recruiting via Snapchat so that they all
erase.
They all erase.
Yeah.
At least that was the thought.
Oh, yeah.
Not understanding that teenagers will figure out
Yeah, they too smart.
how to
Yeah.
capture
You know,
everything.
Is he back? Did it now I'm starting to question.
Did you Reggie? See?
This is what's the hey man, what's the dude that's the wrestler that talks to himself and shoots the guns off with the glasses? What's the dude the dude that just retired? That's VJ. He's just the African American one. What's the dude, man? What's his name, man? You know what I'm talking about?
He talks to
Weber.
himself.
Last name Weber. Well, you know what I'm talking? Yeah, text line. What's the famous bowling guy? Last name Weber.
Oh yeah, the one that shoots guns.
Yeah, and he talks. He's like, who's the
Pete
best?
Weber. It's not Pete Weber.
Who's the best? I am, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's VJ over here.
Yeah. What'd you expect?
Right.
What'd you expect from me?
That's what I'm saying. There's no way that he's bowling like this right now. It's been 2 minutes.
He said 5 in a row. Yeah, it is Pete Weber.
Yeah, Pete Weber.
Yeah, it is Pete Weber.
And that's how he's coming around
Rashawn
here.
said 5 in a row. AD, you ain't had to bring me 2 pizzas, man. You really ain't had to do that, bro. Huh? Hey, man. All right, he's got a puck drop tonight.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He's got a puck drop tonight.
Hey,
well, Dick Weber was the dad.
Yeah,
And
Pete Weber is the
Pete
dude.
is his son, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But in true AD fashion, though, he came over and asked about the puck drop because
And
brothers
showed-
don't like to skate.
and
he
showed-
said he made sure that they had the carpet. I said, AD, you good? Because
Well,
listen,
wait till they put you in the little thing that spins. You on the ice. They got a.
you having the option to get in this Zamboni.
No, don't tell them they had an option because we just want them to do it. Like this, so in between periods,
Yeah, you can get up there.
and then they have like a 4-wheeler on ice.
It's tight, man. They have a couple of beers for you and everything.
There we
Yeah.
go. There we go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. AD, right. AD just like me. Look, I was not getting on that ice without no carpet. 'Cause
Hey, man.
I was not going to end up on YouTube or remember the dude that was singing the Canadian national anthem?
Here come.
This is ridiculous. This is the problem here.
I need the score sheet. So
Yeah,
hey,
Rashawn,
take your
Rashawn,
get your phone.
You better be bowling like 220. You done came
Take
over
a picture
here
of your
and have
phone.
6 strikes.
No, we need him to go take a picture of the screen,
Right.
and bring it over here.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, because I'm not sure that. I mean, the 6 in a row. He said 6 in a row.
Well, they got people up there, so he's bowling, but he might be on a roll. But
Yeah, we'll see what it is. Yes, so much of this in how business is being done now.
yeah,
That since there's no night watch,
right.
since there is no absolute standard, and since there is no end-all be-all judge,
Right.
that all of the dark corners of the NCAA and college athletics is being shown.
You know, to be honest with you, I think it's coming, right? I think eventually it'll come, and then like players will eventually be employees. So then that will kind of, be the step where you can kind of put a,
Once they're union, the employees is one thing.
They'll be
But when they're
after that.
unionized, then the pockets of America will start to respond differently, and then folks will start to choose.
But
based on
up
it.
until then, I'm breaking every rule
Are
possible.
you a union state? Are you a union state? You pro-union state?
Yeah, I don't care what it is. But I'm telling
Yeah.
you, listen, I'll worry about that. Up until then, I'm breaking every rule possible.
Well, Lil J. Foreman Jr. will make a decision because his money is going to be better.
Well,
in
there ain't
certain
none
union-
out there.
right?
Yeah, hey, listen,
Yeah.
don't be jinxing me, man. You know what I mean? But I'm just all jokes aside. But no, but I'm being serious.
That's
though.
funny. That's funny.
But I'm being serious though, man. When it does come to up until then, if I'm a coach or a decision maker, I'm trying to push so far ahead and, I guess teeter-totter in that gray area, because that when it does get regulated, you're already ahead.
Already did it.
So, it's always like this. When you come in and take over a team, you can come in real hard and authoritative and always trigger back.
Attaboy, Daniel. Attaboy.
And he's got his own bowling ball and bag too.
Well done, Daniel. Well done.
Great job, man.
Well done.
This is ridiculous. See, we got to go.
We'll go to break and go check it out.
We got to go.
We're going to go look at the scoreboard.
I'm telling you right now, I've never seen somebody bowl 7 strikes in a row. He's just coming over here like out of habit.
We're going to go take a look.
Yeah, we got to go check it. Ben sent us the break. Jay Foreman, DP, Old School. We'll be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Alcohol has strained our relationship. Drinking too much can cause harm to friends, family members, and loved ones. By drinking less, we will save our relationship. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Service Ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Liberty Law Group is committed to the defense of liberty for those accused and the pursuit of justice for those injured. Liberty Law Group's relentless trial attorneys specialize in criminal defense and personal injury law. We believe in treating every client with respect, compassion, and understanding. We know that navigating the legal system is stressful and overwhelming, but Liberty Law Group will carry that burden for you. When you're facing legal issues, make the right call. 877-42-LIBERTY. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
The Omaha Supernovas are back in action this Sunday, February 18th versus the Orlando Valkyries at the CHI Health Center in Omaha. The Mullen Motors pregame show with Derek Pearson and Renee Saunders starts at 7 p.m. with first serve at 8. Make sure to tune in to the next Ag Appraisal and Realty postgame show right after the match ends. Catch all the action on your flagship station, 93.7 The Ticket, and statewide on the Supernovas Radio Network.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The Mill Coffee and Tea. formerly with 4 Lincoln locations, but now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
Load up on meat and more this winter at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's specials through February 20th are fresh cut ribeye for just $17.99 per pound and buy 2, get 1 free on Montoya potato gnocchi. And don't forget about lunch on Fired Up Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Locations at 84th and Havelock and 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Old school out here, Junior Achievement Bowl-A-Thon. Wrapping up this Friday. A little chilly outside, DP. Welcome back.
Yeah, hey, yeah.
Trust me.
I didn't even take, I didn't take a coat to Vegas. Got
Right.
off that plane.
The Hawk is here.
Had a conversation. Jay.
The Hawk. Hey, listen, people don't understand listen, for people listening that don't know what the Hawk is the wind that is bittersweet. And here we got Rashawn in the background. Did you get 200?
184.
You
have, no.
There it is.
Pressure bust pipes.
No, here's what I did. No, here's exactly what happened. I walked over there, bowled for Rico.
Yeah.
I got 8, had a hard spare to get, put the body language, got it.
Yeah.
And then it's an intimidation factor. But listen. Listen.
Who's number 1?
Jake Sorensen? Oh, that's not believable. That right there.
Oh,
I can promise you. Jake Sorensen he would never beat me in bowling.
He beats you at something. He beats you at something. He's never
That-
gonna let you live that down.
See, Jake didn't bowl. Yeah, he didn't bowl that. Somebody been in there for Jake. See, you got to know who you're dealing with. No, but Jake had people bowling for him. He's too busy talking. He's been over there for 30 minutes.
He won a prize. He won a prize for bowling.
This is ridiculous. Take it back. Yeah, because
They're
somebody
booing
else.
him. They're
See,
booing
he's
him.
giving it back. See, that's what.
Rashawn, tell him he needs to give it back. Tell him the boss said he needs to redonate it.
He can't be coming to Bowl-A-Thon.
Yeah, he needs to.
Jake the Tiger.
He has to redonate. Hey, Tyson, tell him that he has to redonate that. Yeah, that is crazy.
Let me tell you,
That is unacceptable.
Here's your Jake Sorensen.
That is unacceptable.
Jake Sorensen have a ticket golf tournament and win it, and set his team up to win it.
That is unacceptable.
He's gonna start on the easy holes. But DP, I wanted to ask you, man. I hadn't seen you. Obviously, seems like in 8 weeks, because you've been doing your thing with the Supernovas. Great calls, by the way. Want to ask you, you've had a week since the Super Bowl.
Yes, sir.
You watched the game as obviously you played football.
Yep.
You've coached football.
Yep.
You've obviously talked. We've kind of obviously evaluated football.
Yep.
Give me your Super Bowl thoughts. A lot of it goes in, where Kyle Shanahan. Now we have the audio a week later. We don't know the rules. You fire Steve Wilkes after being a top 3 defense. The offense of San Francisco just sputtered. Andy Reid and those guys seem to find a way to win. What's your overall feeling, or what's your, since the season's over, what's your feeling now after having a week to kind of take everything in about the Super Bowl for the Kansas City Chiefs?
So the Chiefs, Andy Reid did what Andy Reid has now shown that he's capable of doing and will consistently do. Patrick Mahomes, we know who he is now. We know who he is. That even in friction, Patrick Mahomes will figure out a way to win.
Yeah.
I don't buy into, in an overtime situation in a Super Bowl, that you feel the need to make changes at the top of your organization. I don't understand it. There were
You're
only
talking about
two.
San Fran,
San
right?
Francisco did what 30 other teams would sell their right arm to do. And they did it in a way that we can understand.
Sure.
They also did it in a way that we now know they can do better.
Yeah, for the second time.
Second time. This is the Denver Broncos before Do It for John.
Yeah.
This is Buffalo. Like
this is still Buffalo. This is the
this
Vikings.
this is Washington when you lose to the
the
Dolphins,
Dolphins, yeah.
and then come back and beat the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Right? This is how it works.
Yeah. Then you lose to
This
the
is-
Raiders,
this
and
is
then you
the-
got to come do it after that.
This is Dallas losing, getting their heads kicked
Yeah, by
in, lose to
Pittsburgh.
Baltimore, lose
Yeah.
to Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
but figuring out you beat you lose to Miami, then you beat Miami. That's I don't understand. You played a great football game.
Right.
You made a mistake because you're supposed to make mistakes.
You just made a big one.
You made a big mistake, but
And it was a big honest one. Not really honest. It's just you made a huge mistake. At the end of the day, you didn't know the rules, Jack. And you had one coach that had every I dotted and T crossed, and you had one that said, you know what, I don't need to do it.
I'm not going to throw away George Allen. I'm not going to throw away Joe Gibbs because he repeated the same
with the
play.
Joe
that he
Washington in the flat.
Right. Like
Yeah.
Jack Squire, look, they're pros too.
Yeah.
The Chiefs are pros too. You
Right.
had a chance to, even if no matter what decision, your plays, as Jay Foreman says, players have to make plays.
Yeah.
And your players had opportunity to get you off the field
Right.
and didn't.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with the coin toss. It had nothing to do with the decision. It
Right.
had nothing. It had to do with the plays. Now, you say the folks at the top are responsible. So take responsibility for it, which he did. He
Right.
was honest about it.
Right.
And then he'll get better from it.
Right.
How old is he?
Kyle Shanahan, he might be like late 30s, I bet.
He's got time, right?
He got plenty of time.
He's going to get better, right?
I
Because Jay Foreman at 23 was not Jay Foreman at 28,
No.
right?
No.
So allow the process to work.
Right.
Remember that all the trust the process.
That's the thing.
Trust the process.
Yeah, it's a process.
Except for you don't want to trust the process.
Yeah.
You want everything right now.
Right. Yeah.
Wanting everything right now leads to worse mistakes.
Yeah. I think the best thing you can do as a coach, and I dealt with this a little bit in Buffalo with the Music City Miracle. Nobody really knows to this day. They need a 30 for 30. Now Bruce DeHaven, rest in peace, is not here, so he can't defend himself.
Right.
But they needed one prior to, with the whole.
So ask the question.
Who did it, right? But look, you made the decision.
Yeah.
That you thought was best in that moment in time. It's only a good decision if it works out.
Think
Right.
Titans. That's not even the worst decision in Titans history. That's not even the biggest play. This is a team that was
And half a yard.
14 inches short from winning a Super Bowl.
Right? Yeah. I mean, look. That it's a game of inches, and
Like,
it's a.
You still talking about Scott Norwood?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. If you don't take a knee, if you don't get
listen,
penalized,
Gary
you're
Anderson.
7 yards up. That ball goes through goalpost.
Right. Gary Anderson, who hadn't missed a field goal all year, slice a Roni San Francisco treat against Atlanta Falcons, and the Vikings probably like their chances against the Denver Broncos.
The best team that they've ever had couldn't get it done because of a hiccup.
That never happened.
The
all
Atlanta
year.
Falcons are still having that nightmare, and look what it did to the organization.
Right.
You were the second best team and organization in football, and because of a mistake that was made or bad decisions, you imploded the thing, and you've never gotten close to it.
Yeah, up until today or up until right now, and now you're starting over.
Right, you got to start over again.
You hired one of the coaches that was on the staff when it didn't work out. I think the thing that I took away from it is I don't really think this, and people can think whatever they want about Dana White, but I was listening to this podcast with him on it, and he was trying to play peacemaker between these two guys that were making a lot of money in a podcast, and they decided to break up, and it hadn't been the same since. And the one thing that rang true to me is that, listen, you guys decided to go in as a partnership. You guys were in it. You guys already made the decision to go in it.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, there was differences of opinion, but it worked. There one guy, I think he said, "How much did you make in your bank account?" He said like $1 million. He's like, you made $1 million bucks after taxes on a pod to talk, and you two couldn't figure it out. So when people say, okay, personality, listen, Mike Ditka, Buddy Ryan butted heads all the time.
Jim McMahon.
That happens. So my whole thing is, like, you're trying to tell me that after a Super Bowl, when the offense had control of the game, correct me if I'm wrong, running the ball, you chose to put Brock Purdy in positions to show a lot of his weaknesses at this point in time, being a first-year, full-year starter.
Yes, sir.
And tried to pass against a team with a very veteran defensive coordinator that looked at the Baltimore Ravens tape against you, right? Where's the responsibility? Like, if I was a player and say you get like a DUI or you get, 4 games.
Or you decide to hit the streets night before the Super Bowl.
Right. But you wouldn't play. But I'm just saying, if you affected the season at some point in time, you would expect as a leader on your team or the player leader on your team, say, look, hey, my fault, my bad. I did this, and this, take responsibility for it. Kyle Shanahan, at this point, you have to say, look, the best defense is my offense, because that's what it was. Now, granted, they had some unfortunate situations, Greenlaw getting hurt, but ultimately, you went into overtime. Listen, Steve Wilkes didn't have nothing to do with you not knowing the overtime rules. And some of your prominent players, Jusek, let you know. So that lets you know. Andy Reid said this. We had overtime rule meetings, and they told you. And everybody said they hated to be in there. We all been in the meetings from the first playoff week until now, and they had a harder road.
Yeah.
And here's what's also. You had a week to get ahead on that stuff. And then also, DP, you had a week to get ready for the Super Bowl. So there's anything that could pop up, right?
That's literally what the 2 weeks is for.
Well, that's what you probably have somebody on your staff
That's
for.
That's literally what
you
got to ask questions, right?
You said you took here, and I'm going to go a step further before we go to break, because then we're going to end the show early.
Yeah.
You said you had somebody that dealt with analytics.
Yep.
And that's the reason why you took the ball and defended your decision, because you had a chance to say, you know what, I messed up. Okay, on the move onward. But analytics is the reason why you did it. So if you're paying somebody to look at the numbers while you decided to take the ball, you trying to tell me you don't have somebody that knows all the rules in and out?
If you said to me as a coach, your job is to consider everything. It's just to consider everything.
What if?
Right? That's actually the epitome of coaching at the highest level.
Right.
Is that I've considered everything.
Remember when they used to get bad at Bill Belichick? What is that thing he used to do with punt team or field goal?
You make him do the work.
No, but he would do something, line one guy up here and there. It was a formation. Then he scored in the playoff. Right? He knew the rules. Like, now, was he massaging the rules a little bit? But the rules are made to be massaged.
You ran the trick play that went against the rules, and you didn't get caught for it. Right? It's all the stuff. What I'll give him credit for is that the rules in which he work from, and play calling is a part of that. Right? To my tendency.
Right.
To do that, and then say this is simply what we do.
Right.
That's how we got here. So I'm going to do what we did.
Not like Dan Campbell that got burnt, and then you didn't learn from the dude that you beat doing that.
You didn't learn from it,
and he deviled into analytics too. Yeah. Real quick before you go to break, I'm not a big believer of making analytics the reason why you make the decision. I'm a big believer of
go get it, bro.
Of having analytics be a verify why you make the decision. You know what I mean? That's part of the process.
Yeah.
Where do you sit on that?
So I'm a people person more than I am an analytics person.
You're right. Me too.
When the scheme can give you rules,
right?
But the talent within the scheme tells you what
going
the result
on.
needs to be. And every great coach will tell you it doesn't matter what my scheme is if I don't have a player that can run it and can function in it.
Right.
This is what that is. The analytics is a fallback excuse and a protector. But it normally protects you from yourself.
If you don't have experience and you aren't willing to think.
Look, a lot of these young coaches don't want to think, bro.
Yeah.
They won't think. They want decisions made for them.
Right.
So the numbers say
so
the numbers ain't getting paid.
Well, essentially it's CYA.
Well, the numbers ain't getting paid.
It's CYA.
Whenever a coach says the numbers say we should do that, that tells me, well, give the numbers your money. Whoever the numbers do to give him your money, because he's not making decisions, you are.
Use the numbers to verify what you think or to not think, because I think that when you get it, because at the end of the day, analytics will tell you realistically will tell you under pressure, Patrick Mahomes is going to run the ball, Travis Kelce is going to receive the ball.
Yeah.
So defensively there, and then under pressure, you would like to think if I'm in analytics, I'm throwing that out the door because guess who I'm riding? I'm riding Christian McCaffrey that got me here. Then I'm gonna try to get Deebo Samuel the ball, and I'm running to the left side on fourth. People don't see this is the here. You know what the big you want to know what the biggest play of the game was? The 3rd and 1 or 2 when Kittle was hurt. They brought in the backup tight end, and they run a lot of 12 personnel. And then guess what? They decided to run right. You have a Hall of Fame left tackle, first ballot, the best offensive lineman in the league. You have a Pro Bowl left guard, and you have a more than capable center. And you have one of your top 2 tight ends on the left side. That has nothing to do with Steve Wilkes, has nothing to do with anybody on the team. That's responsibility on the offensive coordinator.
Best player on your team.
Right, and you're never which is Trent Williams.
Best player.
He's your best player. And that's saying a lot with all the talent that they got. Yep. So, anyways, good segment. We're going to send this to break and come back and put a bow on this. We're going to have a quick segment before we end our time at the JA Bowl-A-Thon. Jay Foreman, DP, Old School. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska or online in your own home. Learn pottery or floral design, take a computer course, learn Spanish, how to start writing a book, or Air Fryer 101. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Liberty Law Group is committed to the defense of liberty for those accused and the pursuit of justice for those injured. Liberty Law Group's relentless trial attorneys specialize in criminal defense and personal injury law. We believe in treating every client with respect, compassion, and understanding. We know that navigating the legal system is stressful and overwhelming, but Liberty Law Group will carry that burden for you. When you're facing legal issues, make the right call. 877-42-LIBERTY. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most. For all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Golfing in 72 degrees and perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in the winter, but it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep your clubs out year-round. Book a bay with some friends for a weekend or come by for golf and happy hour on a weekday. Spring leagues begin in February. Get signed up today. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex at West O Street. Online at doubleeagle.golf.
The Stars host the Sioux City Musketeers for the first time this season next Friday at 7:05 at the Icebox. Both teams will be wearing specialty uniforms, and Lincoln's jerseys will be auctioned off after the game, with proceeds heading to the Aubrey Brown Club to benefit families who have lost a child far too soon. Lock in your tickets now by heading to lincolnstars.com or by calling 402-474-7827.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career, or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, a chance of snow this morning, then mainly cloudy and breezy. We'll see an afternoon high around 33. Tonight, decreasing cloud cover, but it will be cold. We'll see a low around 18. And tomorrow, sunny skies return. We'll see a high around 40. Meteorologist Kyle Flecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Final quick segment, Jay Foreman, DP. We are live out here at the Junior Achievement Bowl-A-Thon, 48th and Normal. We got some housekeeping notes. You still can donate. Go to jalincoln.org and hit the Donate Now button. You can also contact them on their website if you want to get a team for the Bowl-A-Thon tomorrow. That is, I think, from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. at different locations spread out all through Lincoln. So it's a big event, 2-day event. Also, Sunday, February 18th, 5 o'clock, Supernovas are tipping off. We've given away since I bet about 80.
We gave away 80 tickets.
80 tickets today.
80 tickets.
Throughout from 6 a.m. all the way up to our show today. So we'll have plenty of support out there. Plus, it's President's Day on Monday. So if you want to bring your family up there, it is a day off for kids. And so you don't have to worry about if you have to drive to Lincoln, drive back. So we have eliminated the excuse factor. So anyway, those are two big things up. But again, Junior Achievement Lincoln, Bowl-A-Thon, jalincoln.org. Hit the Donate Now button if you cannot get a team together. But since there isn't any football on tomorrow, basketball games start a little bit later. It's NBA All-Star Weekend. Pick a time out. It only takes an hour or two to come out and bowl. DP has been a great Friday, and also you got it back safe also from Las Vegas.
Yeah, it's good. I got an email that said that tomorrow's Penn State game is sold out.
Yeah.
11 o'clock PBA. What's the vibe?
Yeah, I mean,
like is that sold out because of the blood drive? Is that sold out because they're playing well at home?
It's sold out for both, but I think
right?
obviously they're playing well at home. They're on the cusp of setting themselves up for a pretty eventful postseason,
right?
Which is Nebraska kind of been trending this way, right? You got to think all the way back from a few years ago where they had some unfortunate injuries, and then last year I felt like they caught their rhythm a little too late, right? You wish you could run it back with the Derek Walker and those guys, and then even at the end of when Bryce McGowan's was here 2 years ago, they started to catch their rhythm then.
Yeah.
But this team is not only exceeded expectations. I think they probably played up to their standard, and they have played really well at home. Penn State is a team in transition, so you think that Nebraska should have not only the home court advantage, but feel very comfortable, get the shooting going, and show well at home. You got the blood drive, which has always been a shot in the arm as far as attendance, but the play, the way they played, the support, and obviously you're getting towards the end of the season. I feel like plays more of a factor than the blood drive, and the blood drive is a great thing. Never less.
A chance for win number 18,
right
at home.
Right.
Chance to go 8-7, right?
Yeah.
Which looks 18 wins and 8 wins going into the final 2 weeks of your season.
Right. It's real well.
Looks way more appetizing and appealing. The same thing can be said or asked of the women's program.
Right.
Right? That it's big now, and it's one game at a time. It really is the cliche.
Right.
That Amy Williams has a chance, that if she can get a win in the next, it's one game. She's got a series of one-game seasons.
Right.
Fred Hoiberg has a series of one-game seasons.
Yeah, those are the most important games. We've been here before, right?
Nothing, there's not, look, what you don't want is, it's the Jay Foreman quote. You don't want regret.
Right.
And regret is with both of these teams, both these programs having the opportunity to not only surpass what they expected of themselves,
right,
but to give the fan base something to buy into. This is a big stretch for the Huskers.
The outside expectations can't be higher than your internal standard. And so the standard has to be Penn State's coming to town, beat their head in, move on to go on the road to Indiana with a lot to prove, right? We played Indiana at home, and Woody's going to have them ready to play at home. But you can't get to Indiana and think you're going to be in Bloomington handling business until you handle business at Penn State, or which at home against Penn State, which is tomorrow, 11 o'clock, already sold out on Big Ten. So you're going to have the ambiance and the setting for a great game. So I think it's, it plays well for Nebraska's favor, but then they just got to go out there and play. I think they're getting a little bit more healthy. I think, that Michigan game, after the
we got to
Northwestern,
find out who these dudes are. We got to find out who.
Well, they're all buddies. They're coming in with.
What do you call those?
Knickers.
Knickers.
Yes.
Knickers.
Yes.
We have to be careful.
Yes, there's a lot of people that would. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that would like to be saying that all the time. And so, oh, my bad. I didn't know. No, you're not rolling the hard.
The hard ER.
The hard R. Yes.
Just make sure that you get the CK
make sure
right.
people out there.
Make sure you get the CK
We're gonna send
right.
you to the weekend. If I catch you rolling the hard R, you might be rolling.
Make sure the CK is strong. The CK has to be stronger than the ER.
Get the
curl right.
But they're coming in here ready to go. Look, they got their bowling shoes on. Yes,
looking good. Shout out to Coach Will Bolt and the baseball team.
Yep.
Season opener, good at 4-1 win against a good Baylor program.
Yeah. Good start to Husker weekend.
Great start. And then they fired up again tomorrow at 3 o'clock against number 20 or 21 Texas Tech.
There it is.
It's a great opportunity for them to stand up and show out.
Opportunities all abound.
Hey, man. And then softball's busy again this weekend as well. So there's so much going on. Big, hey, not for nothing. Let's send some love to Mark Manning and the wrestling team. They're facing that Penn State team that has 5 number ones in the country.
Right. Well, I think they're battle tested and ready for it. I think they learned a lot when they faced Iowa. They'll be ready for Penn State. So we're looking for a clean sweep of all Husker athletics this weekend. Without that being said, we appreciate your text line love. Everybody has a lot of tickets all day. Listen, we appreciate your support in the Omaha Supernovas. J.A. Lincoln, Bowl.
Load up on meat and more this winter at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's specials through February 20th are fresh